So I'm going to be talking about autism and friendships. So I looked up online about autism and friendship and what it said really, and it said that autistic people find it difficult to make friends, and I've heard this a lot, like with the books I've read and stuff like that, and I definitely think that's true. I don't think autistic people can't make friends. They can, we just find it more difficult. I know that that statement is definitely true for me. Like, I always find it really difficult to know what to say to people. I have no idea really how to start conversations. If people talk to me first, then I'm absolutely fine, but starting a conversation is where I really struggle. I also find it quite difficult to meet up with friends because I can't really cope in a lot of normal social situations, so like eating out in restaurants, going shopping, all that kind of stuff. It makes me really anxious and really panicky. Another thing is that when I do go out, it drains me so much, so when I come home I literally can't do anything. I'll have to like sleep and then like kind of like restart the day. I know this is the same for a lot of autistic people, that they like structure, routine and plan. So when I go out I need a plan and I need to stick to that plan, because if I don't stick to that plan then I'll get extremely anxious and extremely panicky and I'll be more likely to have a meltdown, and then that can like ruin the whole day, especially if I want to spend time with a friend or friends or whoever I'm with. It's really hard to know what to do with friends. Like, I don't leave the house alone, so friends have to come to me, and that gets quite annoying because obviously they're making the effort, and obviously I would make the effort if I could, but because my anxiety is really bad I don't go out alone. So yeah, I try and make it as two-sided as possible, and I assume that a lot of people on the autism spectrum have difficulties in different areas, so what would work for someone might not work for another person. To make the effort like two-sided, I do try and like arrange things with my friends and like check on them a lot and just make sure that they're okay, because I can't always go out and see them unless they come to me. I'd love to go on more day trips. Like, I honestly would. Like, if I could just hop on a bus or hop in a car and just drive to like a beach with all my friends, oh, that would be so amazing. But I can't, and all these things have to be planned and arranged, and yeah. Don't get me wrong, I do like doing the things like spontaneously, but I kind of pay for that afterwards. Like, I get like a social hangover, so I'll have a headache afterwards and I'll just feel quite ill. It's worth it, but yeah, it is quite frustrating. I've made some amazing friendships which I'm literally so grateful for. I've been lucky enough to make some really strong and deep connections with people, and it just literally means the world to me. But recently I've had to let some friendships go as they just really didn't understand me or understand how my brain works, and even though it literally killed me to do that because I grew up with them and I had so many amazing memories with them, I just had to move on. Like, they were there for me in school, and they were probably like the only reason why I could cope with school and just cope with being there, because they were there for me and I knew I always had people to talk to, and I'm so lucky for that. But as soon as I was diagnosed, everything changed. I changed. I stopped going out and spent about a month to 2 months just in my room, just not knowing what was going on with me or just with anything really. I stopped leaving the house and I stopped doing the things that I always used to do. So like in school, I used to go to parties all the time, I used to get drunk all the time, I used to go shopping all the time, but I stopped forcing myself to do those things because I knew that they were draining me and that they were actually making my mental health worse. And people just couldn't accept that. They just couldn't accept the fact that I changed so suddenly and just stopped doing the things that I always used to do. I get along with guys better than girls, and I don't really know why, I just genuinely do. I think when I was younger I was a tomboy and I never really got the whole bitchiness and the fakeness. I literally always try my best for people, like even if I'm not really that close to them, like I'll literally go out of my way just to make sure that they're okay and that they're happy. That's just the type of person that I am. Like, I hate to see people sad or annoyed or anything. Like, I will be there for people, but I get so wrapped up in my own world sometimes about hyper-focusing, and I'm just always away with the fairies in my own little world doing something. So I always forget to like message people. I message my friends, see if they're alright. So maintaining friendships is something that I struggle with, and I bet a lot of other autistic people struggle with it as well. And like the boundaries and stuff, like when to message people, when not to message people and stuff like that. Like, unless something's right in front of my face, like I won't think to do it, or I'll look at my wall and see all the photos and be like, oh crap, I haven't seen that person, or I haven't messaged that person, or you know, and just stuff like that. Autistic people are very sensitive. Well, I think autistic people are very sensitive. I'm very sensitive, and a lot of people that I've met are very sensitive. So we hate cancelling plans, even though that we'll probably have to, just to protect our mental health. Like, if a plan is stressing us out that much, like I know if I've planned to meet someone and it's like a stressful kind of meet, well, it's not going to be stressful for a lot of people, but going shopping for me is stressful. So say if I'm going shopping with someone and we plan it like 2 weeks ahead, I will not sleep for those 2 weeks because I'll be stressing about it, and then when it gets to the time I'll be so knackered that I won't actually have the energy to go. So that's why I'd cancel, just because I couldn't physically be there in the moment with that person and experience it and enjoy it. Like, going out with people and friends is to enjoy it, is to, yeah, is to make you happy and to make them happy and just to catch up and just be there. But if I just can't be there in that moment because of stress, anxiety and lack of sleep and just everything, then I will cancel if I can't make the most out of being there. When I do cancel on people though, I get such bad feeling. Like, I'll feel so guilty, like to the point where I'll just sit there for an hour like nearly in tears, because I'll feel that bad that I've let them down. And even though they probably don't think much of it, it's like, oh okay, yeah, she's probably, I don't know, tired, or I don't know, doing something else. Like, I'll feel so guilty and I won't be able to stop thinking about it. And yeah, but then I'll feel relieved that I'm not going, because I don't have the stress of everything else, like all the sensitivities and everything else and all the noise and the people. But I'll still feel really guilty for letting them down and annoyed that I can't see the person that I wanted to see. Autistic people are always honest. Like, we hate fakeness, we hate lies. I know that I'm always honest, and that can come across as quite blunt and quite harsh sometimes, and a lot of people don't want to hear it. Like, a lot of people don't want to hear the truth or you being honest to them. And I think that a lot of people can take that the wrong way. Like, we don't mean anything bad by it, we're just saying what we think and the truth of it. And I know a lot of people don't do that nowadays, so it is quite rare to find someone that is just completely honest. And that's why I kind of surround myself with people that are real and honest with me too, because if I know what they're thinking, then I know where I stand with them, and there's just no awkwardness, there's no like not knowing. It's right there, right in front of your face. You know where you stand and everything is okay. Like, everything is just out in the open, and it doesn't matter what you say to them. Like, they just take it and they say what they think back. There's a reason why I have a load of photos around my room, and it's not just because I'm obsessed with photos and because I love photos. It's because of the people in them as well. Like, I just love looking at all the memories I've had with like all my favourite people, and it just brings me so much happiness. It's just so much positivity, and I think that you need to surround yourself with people that are positive and happy. I know not everyone can be happy all the time, I'm not saying that, but yeah, surround yourself with people that lift you up, not bring you down. Obviously I try to make this video as positive as I can because I am a positive person, but I know there is a lot of negatives too, and a lot of people do have some really bad experiences being on the autism spectrum and making friends and with friends as well. And I know that I have, because I did get bullied in school and I did have no one to trust, but now I do. I'm just so grateful for it. I absolutely love knowing things about people that no one else knows about or cares about. Like, there's something so beautiful about it. And I love learning about people's weird little quirks and just the weird parts of people, because I know I'm really weird, and everyone has something weird or strange about them, and I just love it. I think at the end of the day you just need to find people that accept you for who you are. Like, I hardly make eye contact, and all my friends know that I won't look them in the eyes, like, unless I'm feeling good that day and I'm feeling confident, then I will, but they just know that I won't, and they know that I have my routines, and they just know me. And I think that if you surround yourself with people that do know you and do understand you and aren't going to judge you, then it'll make things a lot easier, and you won't have unnecessary guilt and any negative feelings around friendships and stuff like that. But that's just me, and that's just my opinion. And I know it does suck when you've been friends with someone for so long and then suddenly you just don't talk, you just both stop talking to each other, and there's no bad feelings. Like, you didn't just stop being friends. Like, there was no argument, there was no nothing, you just stopped talking and you just both move on with your lives. And I think that that's probably the saddest way to stop being friends with someone, because I know I've experienced that, and it's a bit like, oh, like 1 minute you're like so close and the next minute you don't know what's going on in their lives and they don't know what's going on in yours, but it doesn't really matter. I know it matters a lot to me, but I don't think other people see it in that way. But yeah, it is sad, but I don't know, I guess you just gotta make the most of who you have in your life now. And I don't know, maybe if you're looking for friends, just try your best to connect with people that are like you. I've always believed that people come into your life for a reason. Like, all the people that have come into my life, whether I still see them or whether I lost contact with them, like, they were there for a reason, and they helped me and I helped them in that moment. Whatever it was, we made each other's lives better, and obviously we could have made each other's lives worse, but I always focus on the positives. But I think it matters more to make someone's life a lot better just by being there and being their friend and understanding them and accepting them. And even if you don't talk anymore, like, I know I still think about a lot of people that I used to be friends with and think, oh wow, like, I'm glad that happened, you know? But at the end of the day, that's just me, and that is my opinion on it all. Like, it's not all positive, and there is negatives, I'm not saying that, but you can't be looking at all the negatives all the time. That just get you down. You gotta rise above that and just focus on the good things and the things that are the things that will make you happiest. But yeah, let me know if you want me to film another talking video, because I love talking about different topics, and I literally talk about anything, I don't mind. So yeah, just comment down below if you want me to talk about anything else, and I'll see you soon. Bye.